The binge drinker, a man in his 30s to late 40s, aimlessly drifting through life, telling himself he's in control, but quietly wondering if alcohol is the one thing holding him back. He hasn't hit rock bottom yet, but every hangover hits a little harder. And deep down, he's starting to ask himself, is this it? Crippling anxiety, regretful mornings, missed workouts, sometimes even calling in sick. If that's you, I've been there, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can stop drinking so quitting alcohol feels effortless. Identifying the destructive cycle. I used to fight amateur kickboxing, and if you've ever trained for a fight, you'll know you have to live clean for 10 to 12 weeks. No alcohol, clean food, early nights, daily training, you become a machine. That discipline gave me a false sense of security. I told myself I don't have a problem with alcohol. I can stop whenever I want. But every time the fight ended, guess what I did? I cracked open a beer and went on a 3-day bender, wiped out 3 months of hard work in one weekend. That right there is the binge drinker's curse. You tell yourself you're fine because you don't drink every day, but it's the inconsistency, the self-sabotaging loop that's killing your momentum, preventing you from achieving real results in life. You've been drinking since you were 15 or 16. Now you're in your 30s, maybe late 40s, and you're realizing you've wasted decades playing it small. You look in the mirror, your face looks older, your skin's bad, your energy's off, finances are behind, and you're thinking, how the hell did I end up here? But here's the scary part. You don't see this as a big enough problem to take action. You think you've got time, you think you're in control, but one day you'll look back and it'll be too late. You'll be overweight, single, alone and broke, and the life that you could have had will just be out of reach. Alcohol doesn't just steal your weekends, it steals your potential. But this can be easily avoided starting from today. So stick with me to the end because I'm going to show you another way. Quick introduction, my name is Ben. I am now 5 years sober. I now help other high-performing men do the same through my coaching program, Hybrid Sobriety. I have a training video for 2025. It is now free. The link is below in the description. Check it out. What is alcohol really costing you? Let's talk about the real cost beyond the hangovers. You're a capable guy, you've got ambition. You've probably got goals that you're working on. Fitness, finance, maybe you want to escape the corporate 9 to 5 and start your own business. But you're just stuck in second gear. You go hard for a few days, then you lose momentum, you skip workouts, you push back projects. You say, I'll start fresh Monday, but Monday comes and your brain's foggy, your energy's off, and you spend the day playing catch up. Every weekend you drink, you are giving away the best version of yourself. And the scariest part, you're still chasing your goals, but you never reach them. Why? Because you're dragging alcohol along for the ride. Relationships start to suffer, self-esteem starts to lower, you miss opportunities. Weeks go by, then months, then decades. You look back and you realize you've been busy but not actually building anything. That's the real cost of binge drinking. Not just the headaches, it's the wasted potential. Shifting the mindset. Here's one thing most guys don't realize. You don't need to hit rock bottom to quit drinking. You don't need some dramatic health scare, your wife losing you or losing your job. If you're waiting for this moment, you're just making it harder and lessening the chances of being able to make real change. High-performing men, the ones who win long-term, they don't wait for a breakdown. They decide to take action early. I'll give you an example. Bradley Cooper at 29 was a nobody, decided to stop drinking. Fast forwarding now, he's 50 and he's turned himself into a somebody. When I quit at 30, I had to flip my mindset. I stopped looking at sobriety as missing out and I framed it as a competitive advantage. No more wasted Sundays, no more anxiety, no more feeling and looking like crap. Just clarity, energy and focus. These are the 3 main ingredients that you need to lap rings around the people who are still drinking on Saturday night. That is when you will realize quitting is a privilege, not a punishment. So how do we put this together into an action plan? First things first, structure. You can't just remove alcohol and hope for the best. You've got to replace the chaos with something better. That means locking in your sleep, dialing in your training and nutrition. Plan your calendar every Sunday. Plan your days the same way you would if you were training for a fight, building a business, or chasing a promotion, because you're rebuilding your identity. Stop identifying yourself as a social drinker. Stop flirting with moderation. Stop saying, I'm trying to cut back. Or I'll control it and this time will be different. Stop lying to yourself. Take ownership for wasted potential and lost decades. When someone offers you a drink, say it with conviction. I don't drink because it doesn't give me anything. The longer you live in that grey area of someone who's trying to control drinking, the longer you're going to stay stuck. But once you change your identity, everything flows easier. Decisions become automatic and cravings and temptation, they fade away. That is when you become the man who doesn't need alcohol. I've spoken about this before, but the one thing that kept me on the straight and narrow is having a big enough vision for the future. It left no room for late nights, drinking alcohol, and the days after being hungover. I have a full video on why you will never be successful if you don't quit drinking, and you can watch it here.